Welcome back. So let us now create our second method for the text style. The method that we're going to create is called update current text style font. So let's start creating it now. Update current text style font. Let us create the method, the command method name, which is also the same as this sub method name. Okay, so the objective of this method is to update the existing font style of the text or text in the drawing. Later I will explain to you what will be the changes when we run our code, but let us continue developing our method first. So we need to get hold of the document and the database object, which we have here already. So let's just copy that over, paste it here. We also need the transaction, and of course the end of using. Next, we need to get hold of the text style table record. So let us define that variable now. Dim text style table record. It would be equals to the transaction that get object. That would be coming from the database, the text style, and open mode. For this time it will be for writing because we are updating the font. And now let us declare another variable that will be the font descriptor. So dim, let's just call this as a font descriptor, and that will be equal to tstr.font from this text style table record and font. So this particular type here, the font descriptor, that one comes from this graphics interface. So if let's say we put it here, autodesk.autocad.graphics interface.font descriptor. Okay, but since we already declared it here, we don't need to repeat the same namespace again. So that's why it is good to just put it in the imports rather than put here when you are declaring a variable, because the method, or I mean the line of code, will just be very, very long. So in this case, all we need to do is just provide the method name or the property once we have already import in this import section here, the namespace. Okay, now we are going to create a new font. Let's call that as a new font, as a font descriptor. And now we can define the properties of that new font. New font would be equals to new font descriptor, and there are quite a number of parameters that is required in here. One of the method overload has 4 parameters, and that is the one that we're going to use. So the first one is the typeface. We're going to use the Arial block. And the next parameter is the bold as boolean, so font.bold. The next one is italic as boolean, so font.italic. Then the pitch and family that would be font that pitch and family. That is the grouping of the font, the properties of the font. All right. Next, we are now going to assign this new font to this font variable that we have here. I mean to the tables text style table record that we have here. So tstr that font is now our new font. Okay. Overload failed because new font equals it's complaining here. Yep, it looks like we're missing one parameter here. So we have the typeface, we have the font that bold, we have the font that italic, and we are missing the characters as integer, the fifth one, this one here. So let's add that parameter that would be that font that character set, and we should be good. And now we are going to excuse me. So basically now we have already updated the current text style table record with our new font here, which means that whatever is the font that is currently defined in the drawing, it will be updated with this new font face. And let us do a regen so that it will take effect immediately, and then we have to commit the transaction. And that's it. So let me open up AutoCAD. Let me just do a rebuild for this one here. Okay, succeeded. So let's check the style in our current drawing. So the current text style is the title block. Let me just check this text here. The style is standard. Okay, so let us make the standard as the current text style, so that once we run the code, all of these labels here, which has the standard text style, will be updated into the new font face that we specified, which is the Arial block. So let's set this standard, right click and set current. So currently it is set to Romance. Okay, it shall be updated to the Arial block, which we specified as the new font descriptor here. So our code is basically creating a text style table record and getting the current font of in the drawing. Then we replace this old font with our new font that we have specified here. and then we just regenerate the drawing. So let us load our plugin. Okay, now observe all of this M text here. So update current text style font. Yep. See, now they're all changed from the standard SHX style to Arial block. See this style now? It used to be Romance. Now it's Arial block. Alright, so that's how it is you change the current font description. I mean the definition of the font. Just define your own font descriptor and provide the style that you want in here, and replace the current text style table record with your new font, and you should see the effect right away. Okay, so in the next video we're going to create another method to set the current text style. I'll see you there.